Good evening, kindred and kind alike. Todd here on the Precipice Podcast Network. Tonight we're going to be starting a fun time known as Nashville by Night. It's an Anarch campaign, or Anarch Chronicle, rather. I'm going to preface this by saying this is my first time running not only a V5 game, but a Vampire the Masquerade game, so please bear with us. We are going to have a very interesting time going forward. What started as a one-shot, we've already started planning for the long game, so there's going to be that. Joining us for this is, of course, our Coterie. First, we have DorkyRae.
Hello.
Hi, Ray. How are you?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, you'll be playing Bran Cavall? Or is it
Cavall?
Cavall. Okay, because Welsh, yeah.
He is Welsh, yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Bran.
So Bran is from Wales. Originally, he grew up there, born and raised. And he is a gangrel.
Gangrel, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gangrel. And I'll preface this all by saying this is my first time doing anything Vampire the Masquerade related at all. So I'm going to stumble over some things, I'm sure. Yes, he does have a companion wolf ghoul named Dewin. Dewin.
Awesome. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun with Bran, and
yes,
and the pup, because I can't pronounce it.
Dewin.
In Welsh. Also joining us is playing our Ventru. Percival Ward. We have itsAnubus.
How's it going, everybody? My name's itsAnubus. I'll be joining for the Nashville by Night Chronicle. I do have a little bit of experience with Vampire from past roommates, and I'm playing Percival Ward of Clan Ventru. He is a computer designer from the early days of computers, specifically the late 70s. So you're pre-personal computer. He was working on developing them.
So you're actually going to be in the Coterie. You're going to be the one with the most knowledge of the vampiric unlife, as your character is the oldest and such. So yes. That'll be fun.
Yeah. He also has a ghoulified pet. Her name is Bastet. She is a cat that represents one of his convictions, and that is that none may control him.
Yes.
All
right.
Good.
All right. So joining them is our Moriador, Moriarty.
Hello.
So you're playing Evelyn Bardot, our
Yes.
Toreador.
Yes. My character comes from Ranchos Palos Verdes, California, and has been transferred to Nashville. And she is bringing along with her little ghoul, Corky, Caden. I'm forgetting the name.
I believe that's the name that you gave me.
Okay, I hope so.
Are we noticing a trend? Like everybody so far has a ghoulified pet.
Everybody has a ghoulified pet, and mine is a derpy potato. Yeah, I'm an artist by trade. I have a gallery that has opened in Nashville. I also have my own studio where I do my work. And that's
All right. Well, we're definitely gonna have a lot of fun with the Moriador. And last but certainly not least, a person who really needs no introduction because they're the last member of the Coterie. Uh, uh, portraying our Setite ministry member, Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming.
Hello, all. Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming, or just Ball the Faceless One. Yeah, I am playing Bethany Manchester of the Ministry of Set. I don't have a qualified pet. I've just poured Lummy all on except for her cult that she, has cultivated, so to speak, over a few years, and she is, I'm pretty sure, the youngest person here in terms of vampire on life. She has yet to even turn one little un-year old, so it's going to be interesting. But what she lacks in knowledge, she more than makes up for in knowledge. No.
What she lacks in knowledge, she makes up for in knowledge. Meh.
Yeah, it's going to be a learning experience for me, for her, for everyone. But the important thing is she has set. And as long as she has set, she's going to be fine.
Yeah, definitely a thing. So now, to kind of set up Nashville. Nashville was chosen for numerous different reasons, one of which was it was a city that was unfamiliar to all of us. Allowed us to kind of learn the city a little bit, secondhand knowledge, obviously. And from there, create something that I hope you guys are going to enjoy here. The biggest thing is there's not a lot of pre-established lore for Nashville, which makes it a ripe playground. In our setting, it is neither under Camarilla nor Anarch control at this point, so it is kind of a city in flux. We're gonna go and get started here in a second. For those of you joining us on Twitch while we do this live, I do really appreciate you guys for coming out and taking part in this. Really awesome. I know I speak for everybody when I say that. This is something we've been trying to do for about a year and a half almost, and we've finally been able to pull it off. So let's get session 0, so to speak, episode 1 of Nashville by Night rolling. Tonight's episode is Coterie the Wounds. So opening things up, it is December 30th. We are in the wonderful city of Nashville. City known for its music as well as its art. In a sense of trying to not ruffle any feathers, temporary Elysiums have been kind of cropping up. Usually they're there for a night or two. Anybody's welcome to go there as long as they don't start any issues. Tonight is no different. Tonight, though, the location is inside of a bar. It's one of the private rooms. This bar itself is the Tequila Cowboy. They are hosting a private party for the city's kindred. So there'll be a lot of intermingling between Camarilla and Anarch. Something that is kind of volatile at this point. But everybody puts their stuff to the side so they can kind of enjoy the night without fear of reprisals from anyone. Each member of the Kindred Society has been invited, either through messaging system or by word of mouth. The organizer of this, and most of the Elysiums, the temporary Elysiums within Nashville, is a Toreador by the name of Damien. Damien is a well-dressed man, very, very good at organizing parties and events. That's his whole shtick. Some of our coterie do know Damien already. Some of them do not. Joining them, more notable figures is a representative of the Camarilla as well, Edmund Ross, Clan Ventru. He's been trying to vie for power of the city with no success. So as we open up, everybody is already arrived to the private room, which is Wannabes in the Tequila Cowboy, for a fun night of mingling, non-aggression, and, well, karaoke. Damien sees everybody as they enter, kind of standing back. Proceeds to motion towards some of them to join him. They quickly disperse afterwards. There's loud singing going on from Bruja that can't carry a tune, and other kindred as well. There's not many Nosferatu representatives this night, because, well, you have to really get past the humans in the other room. A red-headed girl enters. This is our wonderful member of the Setite Ministry, Bethany Manchester, followed by Bran, who is told that cannot bring his wolf in with him, as it is not a service animal. Percival's been mingling for a little bit. And not too far from society, Kindred Society, is Evelyn. So, now that we've painted our little picture, Evelyn, what are you doing at this party?
My mingling, of course.
Do you see anybody of interest, or looking for potential? Well, considering it's all vampires, looking for prey is not going to be the easiest thing.
No, not really. Oh, I am going to go wander up Percy and say hi.
All right. So as Evelyn approaches this gentleman who looks like he's kind of out of time a little bit, based on his more dated clothing as opposed to the hip looks of the time, kind of standing out a little bit. She approaches Percy.
Well, hello.
Hello.
So, How did you come about coming here?
My family moved into the area about 40 years ago.
Oh. So you've been here a while.
Yep.
Fascinating, fascinating. So what do you do?
I work with technology,
Oh.
computers, servers.
Just wondering, maybe you'd like to stop by my gallery. I need a little bit of help setting some stuff there.
Such as.
Oh, security systems, computers in general.
Think I can help with that.
Oh, fantastic.
Evelyn's it feels a little buzzing in her little either a purse or a pocket wherever she's keeping her mobile device.
I pick up my phone and check it.
From the far end of the room, Damien kind of looks over, sees Evelyn, sees Percy there, kind of nods and motions them over.
Percy will walk over.
I'll follow Percy.
I hope you two are having an amazing evening. I've gone through quite a task to make sure that people don't kill each other here tonight.
Well, you've certainly picked an interesting location.
Well,
I think the company is more interesting than anything.
why would you say that?
Camarilla and Anarchs in the same room.
Oh, you must be Ventru, you're saying it so pretentiously. But yes, there are Camarilla here. There are Anarchs here. And, well, perhaps there's much use for you tonight, more than just this little party and maybe some social networking.
Such as?
Oh, in due time. In due time. You know how this goes.
You and your...
Me and my what?
Nothing.
I thought so. Perhaps a formal introduction is in order. You may call me Damien. I have organized this party. I've done many different things for Kindred throughout the years. I mean, the only person that's been able to do more than me with clubs and such in my clan is Helena, but we try not to talk about her too much. People think we're assholes when we do.
Can't imagine why.
Well, you've been around as long as we have. You would know. But we will be having a guest shortly who is the reason why I've said that there may be some use for you. And you too, Evelyn.
Oh, goody.
And what guest might this be?
Oh, this is just a mutual acquaintance you haven't met yet. I say mutual because you will come to know her quite well.
Mhm.
Does this acquaintance have a name?
Oh, yes. My mistake. I usually allow them to introduce themselves first, but you may refer to her as Lydia. Lydia
Very
is
well.
of Clan Bruja. Very good at what she does. But she's been needing an extra hand here and there, and occasionally I will try to find people best suited to help her needs.
So I don't think I've introduced myself yet.
No need to introduce yourself, boy. You were on the guest list after all. And who do you think came up with that guest list? Percival.
Very well, Damien.
As this little exchange is going on, and the glaring looks that I guarantee Percival's giving Damien,
How could you tell?
I could just tell. Bran is having a harder time trying to manage in this little juncture, this little party going on. We see Bran perusing a list of songs, quietly waiting for an opportunity to take the stage. So,
Did say quiet.
yeah, well, I did, yeah. Like you were perusing the list, but
Yes. Mhm.
What are you? What is Bran doing besides that at this moment?
So I do want to address something from earlier as well.
Mhm.
I just want to cover as far as Dewin goes.
Mhm.
That I didn't I would assume that that Bron probably has like something that looks like a collar with tags
Okay.
on it, and some fashion of a leash to, have Dewin
Mhm.
outside so that, he doesn't look like just a random
Wolf. Yeah.
wolf out wandering around in downtown Nashville, because bad things could happen there.
Mm.
So I want that stated that that's something that has happened. When he came in and found out that he could not, in fact, have an animal in there with him.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm just going to.
So while Bran is perusing the list,
Yes.
Bethany's phone buzzes.
Well, then by all means, she's going to investigate said device with decorum, not just reach and pull it out, politely excuse herself from the conversation and take a look. She looks at this, the text, gives a small nod, politely excuses herself, and heads over toward Bran. Walks up to him and shows Bran the screen. And then heads to the
So many
VIP
things to keep
area.
track of.
So the message.
Oh.
So the message on the screen read, "Please do as you must to keep the gangrel from singing, and then join me in the VIP area." It's from an unknown number.
And then, casually walks to the aforementioned VIP area.
Mm-hmm. Where Percy and Evelyn are already there.
Wow, this is great.
Bron's gonna huff and I guess not input his but he's going to he does know what number the song is, and he's gonna keep it in mind. And it doesn't say that the gangrel has to follow in the VIP area, does it? It just says to keep
the gangrel from
singing.
singing and then join me.
Keep the gangrel from
It's
singing.
kind of implied that you may want to investigate that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna all cautiously. He doesn't trust this.
So as Braun,
Not one I care.
as Braun and Bethany move towards the VIP area, Damien is still kind of getting the stink eye from Percy. Evelyn's like, "Fucking really? Why do you got to do this?" Braun and Bethany are both allowed into the VIP area, and Damien kind of breaks his gaze of Percy, and I see you've got my message.
Indeed. Brief, succinct, and to the point.
Yes. Have you ever heard gangrels sing before? It's absolutely dreadful. Especially one that we had to have them leave their dog outside.
How do you know? Welshmen have a fantastic singing voice.
Oh, you can say that till you're blue in the face. It doesn't make it true. I've helped book
Just gonna kind of give him a nasty look.
I've helped book some of the best bands at some of the best venues. None of them were Welsh. There's a reason for that.
Tells me you haven't had the best bands. If there wasn't somebody looking out for you, believe me, I wouldn't have had you here.
And speaking of which, why are we all here?
Well, you see, there's been a bit of an issue in this city. You all know of the power vacuum that's been going on between Anarchs and the Camarilla not, coming together and just dominating the city for themselves or the other group. After Sabat fell and, well, vacated the city, just no one's been able to seize its power. So, we figured we would just play a little nice and have both factions here tonight and let them just enjoy the night as kindred, not as some Camarilla or some Anarch. But that doesn't explain you in the VIP room. Evelyn here is always able to come and go. Most Toreador are come and go into VIP areas. Ventru usually argue their way in or dominate their way in, however you want to see it. Gangrel, though, that's an interesting one. Must be a real purpose, then. And I just like redheads, so there's that.
Good taste is never something to apologize for.
But there may be a bit of an issue we've been looking into these last few weeks. You may or may not have heard of the bodies that have been piling up as of late.
Have we heard of them?
You've kind of heard rumblings of just bodies showing up. I mean, they're usually covered in the news as gang attacks or whatnot.
Okay, rephrase. Have I heard of them, considering I don't watch television?
You haven't. No.
I have not. Okay.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you want us to look into this.
Oh no, not me. I don't want. I wouldn't put any of you in that kind of burden.
Right.
However, this is something that's, considering everything that's been going on with Second Inquisition, First Light, and Society of Leopold, and all of that, we really don't want them poking their heads around here, do we?
Not particularly.
So it's not in my best interest to ask you to do this. It's in your best interest to do this for us.
Why us?
Because
Well,
no one knows who we bloody well are.
you fly underneath the radar, as the young redhead has said. You're no one's of consequence.
Speak for yourself.
No.
You-
Yes.
You should be very happy this is Elysium. Especially you, Percival. A Ventru who turned their back on the Camarilla. You know, in a lot of Camarilla areas, that's worth a blood hunt. But
I'm
you're
aware there are blood hunts up north.
Yeah. Plus, your sire wouldn't be too happy with you being Anarch. Yulia, was it? Yeah. While she grasped for power in another city, you're here. Doing what? Fixing computers? Building technology? It's kind of a waste of an embrace, if you ask me.
Only to those that don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
Also, those aren't the only skills that I possess.
Well, that may be the case. But let's look at the young one here. He definitely has a future. Looks like you had your shot. Now, I'm giving you another chance. Am I or am I not? To make something of yourself. Something that will perhaps keep you from the final death a little bit longer.
Right. Searching for something that's killing something totally perfectly.
Well, as I mentioned, it'll kind of just show up as like gang attacks and stuff like that, like bodies found, that kind of stuff. Unexplained, whatnot. A young woman wearing, dressed all in black, leather jacket, hair done up really, really nice. Kind of a kind of like a flared out bob in a sense. She kind of just pushes right past the guy that's looking over the VIP area, making sure that the miscreants don't make it in. And there she is, a guest of honor. This is who wants to speak with you. This is the person that tasked me to find people to do this task. The woman that entered, this is the Bruja, Lydia. She just kind of eyes you all down. And then gives Damien the stink eye, like, the fuck are you doing here?
Percy is continuing to give the stink eye to Damien.
Oh, it's clear you two have met before.
Oh, that is Lydia. Lydia, one of... Well, she is a Bruja who's been around for a good little bit. Calls Nashville home currently. But she's called other places home as well. Places that haven't stayed Anarch, unfortunately. Though I will give her credit. When given a task, she is exceptional at completing it. She was tasked with finding out about these rash of murders. Which, since I'm asking you guys, you know it has to be kindred. Somebody is leaving a trail. A trail that will lead to all of us. Now, you aren't the only group that is looking. There's also another group. Percy, you may have seen the other gentleman as you entered. Well-dressed Ventru. Oh, hoity-toity. With his Ventruiness.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes. Edmund Ross. He had very nice things to say about you.
I'm sure he did.
Yes. Things such as, oh, hey, isn't that Percy? Why is he not in an ashtray? Yes. I take it you have a history.
A not so kind one, yeah.
Well, he has his Camarilla also looking for this. Now, this could mean many different things for the city. The Camarilla is to solve this issue. Perhaps it is what they need to take over this city. Though, on the other hand, we do have the Anarchs, and if you guys are able to pull this off, that would be a card you may play to help ensure this to be a free state still.
Oh, I'd love to rub it in Ed's face.
Wouldn't you now? Just think of it this way. Me and him are not on the best terms. We've never been on the best terms. He still thinks that Malkavians should be the jesters, but they gave up that role centuries ago. He looks at us Toreadors as we should be the entertainment, and that is not the case. Good at setting up entertainment, but all in all, it's not our station. So I shall bid you all adieu.
So what you're telling me is the city, the fate of the city, lies in a murder mystery.
I wouldn't say it lies in a murder mystery. The fate of the city revolves around making sure that the Second Inquisition doesn't get light of this. They've probably already heard. But more bodies show up, there's more of a chance of them showing up, and we don't want that, do we?
Sorry.
So as I was saying, before the gangrel rudely interrupted my exit, I bid you adieu, and perhaps I shall keep in contact with you as we find out what is going on here. I leave you with Lydia, and she shall fill you in on the rest. Damien kind of saunters out, like he's done with this bullshit, and vigorously cleans his hands.
Really don't like that guy.
You know, he gets that a lot. Can't imagine why.
Might be because he's got a stick up his ass like nobody I've ever met.
That too.
Even Ed is easier to deal with than that. All right, Lydia. What exactly is it that you need us to do?
Well, what I need you to do is find the kindred responsible for all this. That's
Any
it.
potential leads?
Nothing
Information.
yet. I've run down every lead I've been able to find, and, well, only thing I haven't checked is I really haven't checked in on. I'm not really trusting. I mean, they have a. They rebranded, alright? And there's still old feelings about the followers of Sat, and we used to fight those fuckers. And now they're the spiritual core of the fucking movement. The fuck? There is one, though, and she might be able to help you. Lydia glances over at Bethany. Sorry. She just apologizes because, yeah, one of those things.
Well, times change, and either you adapt or you die. That's the history of the world, really.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. But are any of you familiar with the Esoteric Order of Seth? I take that as
Are any of us?
Not particularly. Could you fill us in?
I've had no dealings.
well.
I've had no dealings either, though I've heard the name.
Okay, so the Esoteric Order of Seth is a front for one of the older members of the ministry, Charlotte Weber. She preaches there. How is kind of a question in itself, because one of her age should have felt the beckoning by now. But what are you gonna do? I'll have a car take you there. There's no point in you guys wasting any of your money for this, especially when we have ghouls that do the driving for us. I mean, all right. So you guys go over there, ask her a few questions, find out if she knows anything. Maybe she'll give you a lead. And then, I mean, after that, I'll be in touch.
Do you need a way to contact us?
No, I already have your contact info. Damien was very good at giving everything I needed. Except for you, Welsh.
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. Do you need it?
Well, do you plan on straying away from the group, or? Because if so, then I'm going to need some kind of contact info. Because the days of sending ravens out to people is like centuries ago.
I have a better question.
Yes.
Hey, Gangrel, do you even have anywhere you're staying? You look like you haven't seen a bath in a month.
I have a hidey hole. Mutters under his breath, quite literally.
Did you say a body hole?
No, a hidey hole. I said the words hidey hole.
I mean, a body hole could work too.
I mean,
It's kind of
body hole isn't exactly wrong.
Alright, I have a better question for the group as a whole.
All right.
That's just going to be easier if we use my place.
I have my own place, thank you.
I don't know you. Like,
I mean, if this gets out of hand, at least my
the
place
first time
is
I've met you.
defensible.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. You need a place to live, so come stay with me, maybe.
Like
I
I
like
said,
it.
my place is at least defensible.
I'm used to saying
Again, I don't.
family, but
I'll keep it in mind, but he does go ahead and give kind of hesitantly, but still goes ahead and gives Lydia his phone number. I mean, it's basically a burner phone. If something comes up, you can always swap it out. So. What's that? Sorry.
So, thank you. And I'm probably going to have to bathe after being in your company. Not that it's a horrible odor of dog and dog, but you should probably bathe more than once a month. Just saying.
Excuse you. Wolves do not smell like dogs.
Okay, well, you smell like
There's a
wolf.
completely difference.
You smell like wolf then, and you should probably bathe more often.
Still smells like wet dog to me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Are there chairs?
Yes.
He's gonna flop in a chair, spread his arms out, and just kind of like drape himself in the chair.
Fair.
Just like yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll be in touch, and there'll be a car waiting to take you to the church, so you can talk to Charlotte and possibly get some info from her. Then Lydia makes her exit.
Oh, I like her. She's refreshingly delightful.
Much more so than Damien. Even for a Bruja, she's pleasant.
She wasn't a complete Toopson.
Alright, well, let's get on our way.
She did say she had a ride for us. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we just not going to talk about her name being Charlotte forever? Fine. Very well, I'm the only one with a sense of literature. Very well.
You're very much not. I just let it go.
I will say that name must be real. There is no way anyone chose that as an alias.
Or
I'd
they
have
did.
to agree.
So
So you guys are going to progress to the awaiting vehicle outside?
Yep.
yeah,
To the church.
making sure that
Away!
I'm bringing Deadwind in that car. I don't care what anyone says. Deadwind is getting in.
Puppy.
Percy's going to sit as far away as possible from the wet dog stench.
Is it raining out?
Probably the front seat.
Is it raining out?
Probably not, but like
He doesn't smell like a wet dog.
Well,
that's the way Percy sees it.
Wolves smell much better than.
So as they leave the Tequila Cowboy, they see a large van side, done up like a taxi cab. It says Uber on the side, or on the top thing.
As we leave, Bran is gonna mutter, "Shite, sing a song."
The driver kind of just opens up his door, walks around, slides open that back door, so you guys can pile in. You're the ones that Lydia sent?
We are.
Good. and I know exactly
As
where you're
Percy
going.
climbs into the front seat.
I love it when they spare no expense. Bethany says as she climbs in.
Well, I mean, it's a free
And-
ride, isn't it? So,
Yeah, free ride. Bran's getting in with Daewin.
I'm gonna cuddle up with the big puppy and pet it and ask Braun all the questions about the wolf.
Yeah, that's cool. Bron, yeah, no, he. You like the dog. Bron likes you. You like the likes you.
once they're all in, driver slides that door closed. Well, hits the button so the door closes. It's a fancy one with the push button thing. Then he gets into it, back into the vehicle, starts it up, and casually just starts driving down the road. So we're gonna, to where we're going, it's gonna be about 15 minutes or so. So just so you guys know. Also, the radio's busted. Sorry.
It's alright. Percy pulls out his phone and starts going through tech blogs.
Your top 40 pop, how will I ever live with the disappointment?
You guys are a real lively bunch, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. Was that you or was that the
Oh, that's a driver.
driver? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess Bron is answering the question about wolves, so not particularly caring about the music.
Yeah.
If questions about wolves are still happening.
Daewin's eventually gonna turn into like a pillow. I'm gonna be resting my head on Daewin.
He's pretty chill. He's getting attention.
Oh, Caden's gonna be so mad I'm cheating on him, but I don't care. He's so fluffy.
I mean, so for the record, wolf fur is like you go to pet them and your hand like disappears. It's so thick, especially at the rough.
Oh, fantastic.
So, just saying. So yes,
I am
he
aware
is
of
very
this.
fluffy.
My family had wolves.
Nice.
Very fluffy coats.
Yes.
Especially wintertime. Holy crap baskets.
And it is winter. Even in Nashville isn't as cold.
So, you guys from around here, or?
I'm not at least. I don't know about the rest of these.
I'm a native, couldn't you tell?
Oh, you don't see
You
too
don't
many.
sound native.
The accent gives it away. So does mine.
Same with him.
So, what brings you guys to Nashville?
Boss.
I've been here for a while.
Okay.
He did say a bus.
Fair.
Wanted to open a new art gallery somewhere I'd never been before.
Nice.
What really brings anyone anywhere, really? Just the tides of life.
Well, that an opportunity.
Well, they're really one and the same, though, aren't they?
No, not necessarily.
I suppose the fates aligned against you, that's true, yes. My condolences.
Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Should have seen the way it used to be around here. Oh, it was horrible. Back when the Sabbat had, we're gonna just talk openly about this because I know you guys are what you guys are, and when the Sabbat had this area on lockdown, it was bad. It was very bad. Just the way that they just so openly flaunted that, like, oh, we're vampires and blah, and we gotta. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody with the blah thing. I know some of you guys get a little touchy about that.
Blah, blah, blah.
But they just kind of flaunted it, and they didn't give a shit who knew. Like, back then, maybe that shit worked for them. Not really. But look at it now. You even mention the word vampire on fucking 20 watch lists. It's outrageous.
I imagine a big part of that is because the Camarilla and the Anarch don't really like having that name thrown around, with the Second Inquisition being as touchy as they are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And this has nothing to do with them. I'm just saying, you mention that name, and you pop up on 4 or 5 government lists just because you mention that word, and then you get investigated. You gotta be super careful about everything. It's outrageous.
He who must not be named. Got it.
Let's face it, no matter what you are in life, a little decorum goes a long way.
It does. It does. But it's better now. It's just, I mean, I'm all for the way the Anarchs do it. Just, let's be honest. You guys have a good thing going. You don't flaunt your shit. You don't have it where, witnesses get killed right away. Yeah? The Camarilla don't fuck around. The only witness is a dead witness to them. That's how they protect their masquerade.
That's why I jumped ship as soon as I could. Didn't really agree with how they did business.
Yeah, they slaughtered so many innocents. It's almost as bad as the Sabbat, but at least they did it with a smile as opposed to just maniacal claws and shit. So the cab pulls up to the front of a church. On the outside, there is the little board saying Esoteric Order of Seth services, and they're all night services. All right, you guys are here. I'm going to wait out here because you guys are probably going to need a ride other places, and I'm paid up for the night, so hey, thing.
Thank you.
Doing what I've been told to do.
Sounds good. We'll be back
Right.
as soon as we're done with our business here.
Bethany climbs out.
Yeah, yep.
I carefully just get up and regretfully, sadly, wander away from Daywin. I wanted to use him as a pillow.
Bran and Devin also get out. Yep.
Percy's the last to get out.
Even though Percy has his own fucking door to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though Percy has his own door, he's still the last one out.
He was waiting for the driver to open his door for him, wasn't he?
Maybe.
Lol.
Fucking pretentious Ventru. From the cab, you guys walk to the front of this church. It's got those large doors with smaller doors kind of cut into them.
Mm-hmm.
As you open the door to enter, you see a service in progress. a woman, older looking woman, say about mid-40s, is preaching to her congregation about...
Is there a sign saying no animals allowed?
No.
No?
No.
Sorry.
It's all right. She's preaching to her congregation about morality and God's love, and how when you accept the Lord into you, you are completely and totally protected from all the evils that may befall you. She proceeds to reach into a box, and out of the box she pulls a cobra. As she holds the cobra, she continues speaking about how her faith, how God's love is protecting her from any kind of evil this snake may pose to her. It protects her. She does this for a few minutes. The snake does not strike once. She cautiously puts the snake back in the box. As she's looking up, she sees the four of you. And Darwin. She then tells her congregation, thank you very much for coming out tonight. And may God bless you. But she must retire for the evening. Congregation starts following out. She stands there up at the organ, the front, waiting for everybody to leave. As the last parishioner pushes past, the door behind you closed. She turns her head, looking. The four of you. You just missed the service, if that's what you're here for.
It's not.
Then why are you here?
Lydia sent us to ask some questions.
What we saw was lovely, though.
Wasn't it? The young Miss Walters sent fresh blood my way. What do I owe the pleasure?
We're investigating the mysterious dead that keep showing up around town.
Oh, so you're looking into the drained humans that have just been piling into the alleys and dumpsters all throughout the city. About
That's
time
right.
somebody looks into that. I've lost many a parishioner to it.
Anyone specifically?
Just human. Just humans.
Were all of them parishioners of yours?
No, not all of them. I mean, every so often I lose one or two, either to natural causes or whatnot, but over the last month I've lost 4 or 5. All had the same markings on them. And by that I don't think too much about it. They were drained and left. Could have at least...
Any other distinguishing marks?
No. They were taken by surprise, from behind. No defensive wounds, no defensive marks. No skin under the nails, none of that.
By someone without decency to clean up after themselves.
Or they were just very careful.
Or they could have done something along the lines of dominating them. Didn't necessarily have to be from behind.
Possible. Maybe that they could have done that. They could have used some of our other disciplines to draw them.
It is also possible.
But anybody who's worth their salt in knowing how to use disciplines to take their prey would have at least been able to clean up after themselves.
Or maybe not killed them in the first place, unless that was what they wanted to do.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. I don't understand it.
Could be whoever's doing this trying to get the attention of the Second Inquisition.
Quite possible.
Know anybody that might have motives towards that end?
Well, possibly. No one specifically. But I do know that the Second Inquisition has been used by the Camarilla to take care of its enemies. For all we know, it could be Camarilla having young, untrained, untested go out and just aimlessly feed.
I don't know about that. Another one of the Ventru, Edmund?
Yeah.
Edmund is investigating the cause as well.
And
At
beyond
least,
that,
supposedly.
and beyond that, it seems like a horrible violation of the Masquerade. No one's got as big a bug up their bum as they do.
You're not wrong. It's one thing to use your enemy to take care of your enemy. This is a thing that the Camarilla use time and time again with us, with the Anarchs. Well, I say us, but let's be honest. Me and mine are kind of new to this grand game of the Anarchs. But that being the case, the Camarilla have used the Anarchs multiple times. Strike at the Sabbat and other enemies. So I wouldn't put it past them. Plus the way that they treat the ToddEvf and especially the Duskborn. Hell, half the Duskborn don't even realize they're vampires until they have their first frenzy.
Yep.
Not the most pleasant of awakenings.
No, it's not.
These murders being centered on one specific area of the city.
That's the interesting part. It's not. This week alone, we've had about 15 different murders in 4 different areas of the city. 3 of which were downtown, and 2 were right around here, but I don't understand why the Cam would be looking into this. Usually they just lay low and let everybody else take the brunt of this. Must be something major at play.
I think you're right, because Edmund doesn't generally sully his hands with anything.
Well, and with the talk of the Sombra, it would make sense. You have heard of what's going on with the Sombra, right?
I have not. Anybody else?
Not exactly.
Not a clue.
On the pulse of information.
Oh,
It's
well.
not a clan that really interests me deeply.
Well, you do know of the Sombra, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I don't have to go into their history of being one of the founding clans of the Sabbat and all of that.
No.
But the latest revelation with them is most interesting. Many of them have been seeking membership amongst the Camarilla. That's something that's unheard of. But the truth.
Well, the Sabbath's not exactly working on with all doors open these days, are they?
Well, who knows what they're doing right now. Most of them are out fighting their Gehenna war.
Just all the more strange why they would want to join the Camarilla.
Well, I don't know. But I have heard some interesting things about them. About their inclusion in with the Cam. Now, I don't know any in Nashville that have seen a Sombra. Or seen a Sombra in with the Camarilla yet. But I have been told that some Camarilla cities have very strict rules about them joining, such as them having to bring a sacrifice of an elder or an elder member of the Sabbat. They can't really use their primary shadowy discipline, which is better for everybody. Let's be honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this is about. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sombra are trying to make a play and using a Second Inquisition to clear this city. Sounds like a very Sabbat thing to do. Then again, it also sounds like a very Camarilla thing to do.
Does.
Clear the city and then take it once nobody's around. Of course, it was a Sabbat city. Fell when they basically deserted it. So, who knows?
Suppose it remains to be seen.
Yes, very much so. Does anyone have any other questions for me?
Yeah, where's the nearest morgue that a found body?
Well, thankfully, or should I say, not well, it's thankful for us right now.
Mm-hmm.
The closest morgue is in the hospital about 4 blocks north.
Very close.
Very close, yes. But we've been able to, at least around here, been able to pull some strings to make sure that those bodies don't get investigated too thoroughly.
Would you be able to pull some more strings for us to investigate a little bit thoroughly?
I will see what I can do. There's nothing at the moment I can do, unfortunately, about that. Because the last bodies that showed up around here were, well, a couple nights ago, and by now they should have already been cremated. Because that's what they do with those bodies. Less questions. Can't find puncture wounds on flesh when there's no flesh on the bone. So, thankfully.
Very right.
But if another body does show up, I will find a way to get a message to you.
We would greatly appreciate that.
I can give you some contact info that you'll be able to reach, at least myself.
Okay, that would be great. Though, may I please have a moment with the child of Set?
Of course. I would be
I'll be
happy.
waiting in the car.
I'll nod and back away. Outside.
Bran will go outside, but he won't get in the car yet.
Child of Set, what is your name?
My name is Bethany. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. There's not many of us in this city.
Well, hopefully that will change.
There's one thing I've learned over my many years, is that while there are strength in numbers, we don't need many of us to have great strength.
There's also a certain amount of strength in anonymity.
Exactly. Keep them close. Keep an eye on them.
I never planned otherwise.
There's a feeling I have, I don't know from which, but there is a feeling from them, from one of them, that I just can't shake. Something is off.
I get that feeling from a great many people, but I will definitely keep your counsel in mind.
If you'd like, I don't know what you normally do nights since your embrace, but perhaps you would be interested in working out of here for a little bit. You do seem the level-headed one of the group.
The offer is greatly appreciated, and the time may come when I take you up on that, but I do have my own flock to take care of as well.
It's so easy when you have a flock, isn't it?
Well, it does make errands and other little details of the night fall together so much more nicely, more cleanly.
Yes, yeah. And don't worry. You don't have to worry about her. She's being looked after.
Good to know.
I see it's a good understood that I don't even have to bring up who.
Just to be certain, who are you talking about? Because there are a great many people I'd like to keep an eye on.
Oh, well. There is that sister of yours.
Ah,
We take care of our own.
of course. I would expect nothing less.
And out of respect for another member of the ministry, we will do what we can for her. But you don't go and see her, do you?
Well, she is quite distant, and travel isn't as easy as it used to.
It's probably for the best. Believe me on this. There's nothing harder than watching your own family age, wither, and die.
That is something I've come to start to understand. The distance isn't great yet, but it will grow all the greater.
But as I said, we will keep an eye on her. Make sure nothing befalls her.
Again, it is greatly appreciated, and it's always good to come to an understanding.
There was nothing to understand. Consider it a boon to you, young one.
Of course.
Because one day I may not be here. And if there's one thing I value most, it was family. Mine's been gone for hundreds of years. Every day I fight. Every night I fight. This calling, this beckoning. I'm not sure how long I have until I have to give in.
Well, as long as we're both upset, you still have a family of a sort.
Perhaps.
I shall endeavor to remain worthy of that.
Yes. This is true. And I've seen much changes in this clan. Much changes.
I cannot say to have been with them long, but hopefully the changes will be for the better.
Oh, they have been. I mean, we're still not really that trusted in most cities. Old grudges and all. But there's some cities where they're under Camarilla control, but we still have a voice. Can't say that about any other Anarch group. But we have a voice in Camarilla cities. That is power.
Trust and influence do not always walk hand in hand.
Oh, I know. I know.
But it is a great deal more convenient when they do.
Yes, very much so. You should stop by more often. Perhaps I can teach you a few things to help you. Whether it's to cultivate a better flock, or kind of get in better touch with Set himself.
That is an offer I may just take you up on. It would definitely be nice to have, let's say, a friendly voice to fall back on. Just as others do not always trust us, it's not always easy to trust others.
Yeah, it's not. But your friends are waiting, so I shall keep you no longer.
I, again, appreciate this talk, and I would also appreciate any insight you may have into what's going on. Perhaps even kept between us if necessary. I understand you may not wish to give away everything you have.
I really wish there was more for me to tell.
Well, perhaps there will be.
Perhaps.
And I will always be a willing ear should that happen.
Of course.
But for now, I must bid you adieu. Please have a good night. And she looks around and says, the services and the church really are quite lovely. You've done
Yes.
quite well.
I will say this much. Do you have... You are young, right? How long have you... How long have you been?
Not very long at all. I'm quite young.
There'll be much for me to show you. Perhaps maybe I could show you my little snake trick as well. The one that you walked in on.
That would be enlightening. I look forward to it. Until we meet again.
Till we meet again.
With that, Bethany gives a very slight bound, and he turns and walks out and back to the taxi. Then he climbs in and says, "Well, where to next?"
Braun's gonna go ahead and get into the car once he sees that she's come out.
Well, considering that there probably aren't any bodies for us to investigate nearby, maybe we can try the downtown morgue and I can try to sweet talk my way in? Maybe?
Persuasion always sounds like a good tactic when research fails.
Unless anyone else had any other ideas.
And that was the only lead we were given.
It
So-
was. By the way, Todd, did you see what I
Pretty
said
much
in
on a stuff.
Discord?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd know roughly where the most recent one
Mm-hmm.
happened at the very least.
So how long ago was the last found body? And where?
2 days ago in this area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shite.
Yeah.
Well, we can go back to where I hole up for the day and map out the last month or two.
You go right on ahead. I'm going to probably get a different ride to where I live.
I mean, what time is it at this point?
10
Guess
p.m.
what time of day?
Just 10
Oh,
p.m.
that's way too fucking early to end.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Got a whole night ahead of us.
Yeah.
That's why Percy wants to go do research and map this stuff out. He wants to get a good sense of if there's any patterns at all.
Yeah. What about
All of your phones buzz.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Handy, because Percy's still looking at his.
Oh, now what?
Well, it seems
Well,
that,
I guess we have a location.
yes.
So,
What's it say?
so where am I taking you guys?
That's what we're trying to find out. So what were our collective texts?
It's 575 Mars Freesboro Pike.
All right. Oh, I know that place. Yeah,
I'm not the least a bit surprised.
it's yeah, that'll be a fun place for you guys to go.
Define fun.
Who sent you that address? And I can give you a definition.
It's just showing up as a random number. He doesn't have it saved. This it's a flip phone. It's a flip phone. It doesn't have the compatibility of giving a name.
Does Percy recognize the number at all?
Well, you guys exchange numbers and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia
He-
sent us the message.
Yeah, it's from Lydia. Bran didn't save her number. I mean, Bran gave
Yeah.
her his number. He didn't save her number.
Well, I don't think she gave us her number.
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't even actually get the pop-up. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just went and when he says buzzes, I just go.
Right.
Wait, kids? What does she mean, kids? Someone's
It actually makes me wonder how long embraced Lydia is.
probably longer than you. She's calling you a kid.
Judging by this text, I'd say it's either Lydia or Damien.
It's Lydia.
It's Lydia.
Yes, it seemed to.
Not have the
Normal
same
to be
pretentiousness to it.
Yes, exactly.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it pretentiousness.
Assholery?
I would.
We'll go
Bran
with
is
that.
gonna go ahead and save the name now that he knows roughly who it's from.
Saving contact?
Save contact.
For some reason, I think that Braun would end up saving it where it's like the group message, so every time he sends a text to that, it just goes to everybody.
Oh God.
God,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
get
doesn't
over
know
this.
Yeah. Actually, he doesn't know which number. He doesn't know which of those numbers is. No. Group messages. He would know which number is hers.
It would be the
because
first one in the
number,
list.
Yeah, the number. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had a flip phone since.
Yeah, the message
don't know
on
how it
group
shows up.
text show up first from the sender.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can flip phones get group text?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they can,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
a bit messy.
Yeah, it is a bit messy.
Yeah.
Oi.
Okay.
So it was Lydia that sent you it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Lydia.
Dude. So, yeah, you guys are definitely going to be in for a real good treat if she's inviting you there.
And where exactly are we going?
If she
I'll
didn't,
just
if she just gave you an
write up the
address and
address.
didn't tell you what it was, then you're in for a surprise.
Oh, great.
Sounds great.
I expect nothing less. In fact, the fact that this is a surprise is the only thing that doesn't surprise me.
Oi.
Welcome to the kindred. Beth.
So the
Yeah.
van door closes, takes off, driving for about another 15-20 minutes.
I'm snuggling with Dewan again.
Yeah, Darren's cool with that.
Such a big puppy. So soft.
So when did you guys meet Lydia?
Literally before we got into the Uber.
About an hour ago.
Yeah, that time frame.
Huh. Interesting. You must really
No
like you
idea.
guys.
Oh, this must be a very special place we're going. Then.
So as you drive, it's just you're looking at the streets kind of not empty, but it's definitely like less of a crowd than earlier. There are still some lines in front of some clubs, but not as you're driving past. Whole vehicle smells like wolf right now.
Percy is basically perpetually wrinkling his nose.
You take a turn onto Murphy Burroughs Pike and are pretty close to your destination. The Uber stops in front of a gun shop. And the door opens up. This is where she wants you. This is the address she gave you, right?
Yeah.
We're in front of a firearm dealer.
You
Mm-hmm.
best not keep her waiting then.
Sounds
Oh,
logical to
boy.
me. Percy gets out of the car and
Nice.
walks inside.
Bethany follows along, muttering about the American fascination with firearms.
Slowly
Yeah.
get out of the Uber. Oh, this can't be promising.
Bethany's gonna have a surprise for her when Percy gets in there.
Braun's gonna leave Doan out here.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's gonna follow.
So you're all entering the
Well, I'm not running down the street screaming.
Yeah. Slowly, cautiously.
Might as well.
Yes.
Oh, Percy's already in through the door.
Oh yeah, he's already checking out all the guns. He's already
Yeah.
figuring out what he wants to shoot. He's
Yeah.
super excited.
Great.
I'm just sitting back, staring, looking.
Bethany's entering with an air of casual disinterest. Not revulsion per se, just oh, so this is what this is like.
There is a tattooed gentleman wearing a vest, shaved head, goatee because he's a badass.
Or Dan Didio.
So you must be the pups that Lydia sent.
Maybe. Who are you?
You can call me Smithy.
Smithy. So, do you have a partner named Wesson around here?
No,
Well, damn.
no. I've been told that you guys are a little under-equipped for what you have ahead of you.
Depends on what we have ahead of us.
If things seem to be going the way that they are, there's a chance that you may need some protection.
Grand.
Yeah. It's not
Got any
fun.
1911s around?
Just slow down a little bit, hotshot. Just slow
What?
down.
What do you have in I've never touched one of these bloody things in my life.
Oh, I have a lot of these. I have a few in pink. Does that help?
Hot pink or like baby pink?
Like hot pink. Like hot pink camo.
Oh, no. No. Hey, what about that new oil slick color? Got anything in that?
No.
All right, so we need additional protection for ourselves if Lydia's thinking it's bad, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So basically, got to run through a few things with you guys first. Who here has fired a firearm before?
Percy raises his hand above his shoulder.
I'm gonna slightly raise my hand once and in the middle of nowhere.
Braun's hand does go up.
Percy looks him dead in the eye and says, I lived in Texas.
Fair
I'm
enough.
pretty sure you had guns for breakfast. In that case.
Why would you have guns for breakfast?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Shut up. It's Texas.
It is.
Lots of guns. I was trying to be funny.
So
Just
no.
have it pass and move along.
It looks like one of you never handled one of these before.
As I've previously noted.
Yeah. Yeah, you did note that, didn't you? More of a stabber?
I like the occasional knife. They're easy to conceal and they don't make much noise.
You got something for you then.
Is it a gun with a knife on the end?
You'd be surprised, Bethany, how easy it is to conceal a firearm nowadays.
He reaches under the counter, places a knife on the counter. It is a balisong. Maybe that's more to your liking.
It's definitely not a gun, so it is something at least I would know my way around. It looks lovely.
Yeah.
She picks it up, kind of testing its weight and balance in her hand.
Suits you well.
Certainly wouldn't know how to do any of the tricks you see with it, but I'm a quick study.
Assume so. Took to it like a fish to water.
I mean, I picked it up.
Oh, the way your eyes gleamed when you saw it put on the counter was telling enough. As for the rest of you, Mr. 1911, huh?
I like 45 caliber handguns. What can I say?
Yeah. But not gonna cut it right now.
Oh,
Not
you've got to
What
be
is she
joking.
wanting us to have?
Oh well, you're gonna be you're not gonna be getting anything that fancy just yet. And it's not because she told me not to give you something good. I'm gonna give you something that you can handle.
Fair enough.
You familiar with the 410 judge?
I am.
think that'll be more suited to your tastes.
Not so much a fan of the 410 shells, but 45 long Colt's not bad ammo.
Yeah.
But
Holy Jesus.
I also am not a fan of only having 8 bullets.
I'm sorry, is that a revolver that has shotgun shells?
It is.
Oh my god.
Why are
When
you
it comes,
shocked?
I was
told to arm.
I googled it.
I was told to arm you guys well.
God. You're not giving all of us one of those, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
I don't
Mr.
think I could handle that recoil.
Mr. Texas here should be able to handle it.
Oh, good.
I could, but like I said, I prefer something with a little bit more in the reserve.
The problem is, if you can place your shots, you don't need reserves.
True enough.
Now, Miss Fancy Pants.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yes.
What was the last thing you fired?
Same gun he was asking for.
1911?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Think you could handle one of those?
I think so. I mean, you do have a shooting range nearby that I could try it out in, yes?
Yeah, we do.
At least I'll get some practice in.
On premises, it's very nice to have it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only real way to have it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll meet you in the range, and I'll bring you your piece.
Fantastic.
Dog boy.
Or
Sure. What?
What have you fired?
All we had was a bolt action rifle and the sheep farm predators. I'd really rather have a knife, actually.
So be it. So be it. Because I had such a nice little thing to give you, and much rather have a knife. No, it's fine. It's fine. You can have your knife. He turns around and he pulls one of the rifles off the wall. Reaches under the counter and just slides the knife onto the end of it. There you go. You have your knife. It's a bolt action, fires 308.
Okay.
So it's basically a Win Mag.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got a knife on the end, so.
Yeah, it's got a bayonet attachment.
Yeah.
Is it a bayonet or is it a knife that he could take the knife off and use the knife separate?
You can take the knife off and use it separately.
Okay, he's gonna take the knife off.
But it's also attached to the rifle right now, because...
Well, yeah. Where exactly am I supposed to keep this? Okay.
I don't know, you can probably strap it onto your wolf. I don't know.
The wolf's outside.
Wolf's scary enough. I mean...
This guy hasn't seen the wolf. Wolf's outside.
That doesn't mean he's not aware of the existence.
True.
I mean, if that's what he said.
Fair.
Pretty sure Lydia told him about the wolf.
Yeah.
Lydia didn't see the wolf.
That doesn't mean Lydia doesn't know about the wolf's existence.
Pretty sure she
The driver saw the wolf.
That too.
Because the wolf was
Like all
in
these
the
people
thing.
going about like
I mean, at some point, Damien spoke with Lydia, so... And Damien knew about the wolf.
Hey. Alright.
So, I'll meet.
Does it have like a strap or something that I could
It
put on my
does.
shoulder?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, no. You have to shoulder it the entire time. Like, no, it has a fucking strap that you can kind of like put it on your back. You know?
cool. Great.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk around town. This isn't Texas. It's...
Just so you're doing a Civil War reenactment.
Bloody hell. Alright.
So if you guys will meet, you guys will go over to the range. I'll bring over some ammo and Fancy Pants' pistol.
Bring a Desert Eagle with you if you can.
Why?
I'm assuming
Because
for
I want to
fun.
shoot it.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Humor his overconfidence.
Even if I can buy it myself.
Not everything is for sale.
Fair enough.
So you guys are heading to the
To the range,
to
yeah.
the range.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bethany is going to tag along despite having a knife.
You can throw the knife at the target.
Could have had him bring a Glock for you.
Oh.
Why?
Exactly.
Even somebody not good with firearms can fire a Glock.
That's the problem.
So about 10 minutes pass, and you're kind of standing there waiting. Smithy enters the range.
Bethany's been practicing opening and closing the knife.
Bran has taken the knife off of the rifle because he wanted the knife for the purpose of the knife, not as a bayonet.
Proceeds to take 2 boxes of ammo and puts it in front of where Braun would be. Proceeds to go to the next little divider, do the same thing but with 410. Goes to the
You have
last
45
one.
long Colt shells too?
I do, but I'm not heading back out there.
I mean, out there I told you I wasn't a fan of the 410 shells.
You're gonna take the 410. You're gonna like it.
They can't hit the broadside of a barn from 5 meters away. I'd prefer the long Colt.
Yeah, but when it's free ammo, you might as well deal with the 410. Afterwards, I'll give you your 45 long Colt. All right. What I'm bringing out here is just for you to use in the range.
True enough.
This isn't for you to go and take out on the streets. Tucked under his one arm is a box. He takes the box, he puts it on the counter in the divider. That's all yours, Fancy Pants.
Thank you.
On opening the box is a 1911 with rose etching on the barrel and slide. Well, on the slide. Figured somebody of your taste would appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Especially considering your clan of the rose and all.
And what gave that away?
You don't think Lydia didn't tell me that we have a Setite, a Ventru, a Gangrel, and a Toreador here?
Fair.
I know how you Toreadors love to coordinate your outfits with your clan symbols.
Well, thank you so much.
And that's why there was no 1911 for you, fancy, for you Ventru asshole.
I appreciate the knife, though. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Perhaps down the road we can get you a little something more clan fitting.
Sounds intriguing.
I would make the same offer to the Ventru, but I don't have guns that shoot bullshit.
Oh, goodness, you're hilarious.
I'm here all night.
Oh.
Hopefully we're not. Not that you aren't charming, but I would assume there's more for us to do.
Well, gotta let them get a little proficient with these new
Yes.
new weapons.
Percy will load up the 410 and set the target at 10 feet. That's about as far as that thing is accurate with 410 shotgun shells. Friggin' 5
Salty.
BB. They're 5 BBs, and at 10 feet, they have a nearly 3-foot spread. The 410 Judge with 410 shells is not good.
Oh. So trying to remember what the roll is.
I know there's at least firearms in there.
Yes. Let me everybody with a firearm. Make a firearm wits roll.
Okay.
4 successes.
Right?
I do.
Right?
Ooh, successes. Yay, 2 6.
All right.
Well, you also need to roll your wits.
I did.
Did you?
I did the thing in the calculus with.
Yeah.
He's magic and wonderful.
I also had 2 successes.
Right. So you guys are I mean, Percy's pretty proficient right off the bat.
Mhm.
While the the spread does kind of make it more of a let's hope it hits something method. More shot than not does land on target. As for Evelyn and Bran, they don't do too bad. A couple shots off center mass and such, but all in all, pretty decent. Pretty decent.
Braun's experience has just been shooting at predators before, probably not even with too much intent to.
Generally speaking, it's more intent to scare than intent to harm.
Exactly. Usually does.
Loud noise, so it'll go away.
Yeah.
You guys got a really good
That's why I asked for
pretty good at
gun.
Pretty good at guns.
Oh, thank you.
I'm actually really surprised, actually.
I can tell.
Especially Mr. 1911. Ooh, I need a 1911. Give me 45 long Colt. Get your damn 45 long Colt.
Told you I prefer it, but doesn't mean I can't hit without it.
Yeah, well. I mean, I figured getting you into something like the 410 would open up some more enlightening possibilities down the road.
I mean, with a 3-foot spread at 10 feet, there's not much you can do with it, but...
Well, I mean, a little bit of dragon's breath doesn't hurt anybody. Well, it hurts a lot of people, but you know what I'm saying.
That is very true. The 410 dragon's breath rounds are interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
White phosphorus rounds are always fun.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, originally, what Lydia wanted me to give you guys was just 38s, and that was not happening. Not on my watch.
Thank you for not giving me a 38.
Well,
Fucking
it's still
pea
fucking.
shooter.
I could still fucking change my mind on that.
Well, again, I appreciate you not, because that thing is a pea shooter.
But thinking of what kind of damage are you guys looking to do? What has she got you doing?
You know the bodies that have been cropping up all over town?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking into that.
Oh, then I'm really happy I gave you guys what I gave you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Again, and I do truly mean that.
Well, considering the word through the grapevine is First Light may have some interest in Nashville. It's you're gonna need all the help you guys can get.
If you could stand a little advice, the next time someone asks you, what are you up to? Don't lead with, you know, the bodies that have been cropping up all over town.
Yeah, it's kind of not the best thing to say. So,
Start
Well-
with a little investigative work.
Here's the thing. Lydia is the one that sent us to look into it. Lydia also sent us here. So by that logic, he's probably more aware of what Lydia wanted us to do than you think.
Lydia just said, I mean, don't talk like I'm not here. But Lydia said, get them some basic arms, make sure that they can shoot. That's all she said to me.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're looking into the bodies.
From behind you guys, you hear the kind of a thudding of boots on tile.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the search go then?
Bethany will casually glance over her shoulder while still fiddling with the knife.
Well,
Take it, Lydia just walked in.
Yeah.
Currently, the only lead we have is bodies that are no longer in the morgue.
Well, considering that they needed to be cremated before they were closely investigated, yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You should be thankful that some of our Anarch brethren have ghouls that work the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, indeed, don't get us wrong. It's just without being able to actually investigate the bodies, as it were, it's very hard to get any good leads.
We can't be too careful.
I agree with you on that. I'm just saying it's early in the investigation. We're still following up. But we did speak with Ms. Weber,
Mm-hmm.
and this has affected her just as much as anyone else, and it has been happening in her territory, and next time one of the body shows up, she'll get in contact with us.
Good. What else have we... Is that a 410 judge?
It is.
Smithy. I said basic, not arm them for war. Smithy just kind of looks
please.
and he just like shrugs, like, just doing my fucking job.
If I were armed for war, Lydia, I'd be carrying around an AR,
Well, thankful for that.
not a hand shotgun.
Well, it's better than the alternative, and that's what you guys came in with, which was nothing. So, yeah.
I mean, you could always have... Smithy mentioned the 38, wasn't it?
It's basic. I don't know how proficient you guys are. I'm not going to go and put Desert Eagles in your hands and say, have at it.
I think I could have done with one of those instead of this, but, whatever. Ask Smithy. He saw me shoot with it.
If he gave you a 410, then he's probably thinking about possibly giving you phosphorus rounds.
He had mentioned phosphorus rounds, yes. Which I'm not opposed to.
Yeah, but I'm opposed to giving somebody I've just tasked with a job who I know nothing about fucking phosphorus rounds.
I don't know. He keeps inviting everybody else back to his place. You go to.
No. No.
I invited the group that was doing the investigation back.
Oh, I thought you were being a really nice guy to everybody. I don't know these things.
We had just met. As far as I know, you might have been inviting the driver back next.
Bethany,
Technically, he's helping with the operation, driving us.
the house also has a library.
Ooh. Somehow not surprising. You. Yes.
Oh. The streets have been really quiet tonight. And I think it's because of that little soiree that fucking cam decided to throw on to get everybody there.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you.
Making it a little bit harder to hunt.
Unbelievable.
What?
This is why I hate working with them. Like even when I was forced into the shackles of the fucking Camarilla, I hated working for them. Hated working with them.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well, Lydia. All too well.
But here I am. Oh, look at me. I need help in this situation. So fucking the Second Inquisition doesn't come breathing down all of our necks. So what do? I reach out to them and go, hey, listen, here's the deal. We have a fucking issue. Somebody's fucking shit up for everybody. How do we take care of this? How do we take care of this? Oh, let's go and have somebody set up, let's set up a whole fucking convention in a karaoke bar and then have horrible fucking bullshit singing the entire night. Meanwhile, he's in a VIP room just getting people to do his bidding and then passing him off to me. I mean, thankfully he gave me Anarchs to work with.
I'll be honest, I was actually contemplating not even showing up. Seemed a little too convenient to have that many kindred in one place at the same time.
Yeah. The fact that it was designated even a temporary Elysium was the only reason why I showed my face.
Same.
And then that slimy shit. Edmund. He thinks he could do what I do. He thinks that he could rally the troops and try to find who's fucking doing this shit. No. He's a fucking Ventru asshole. Like all of them. He's just gonna get other people to do his job for him.
As he generally does.
Isn't that the truth?
Also, not all Ventru are assholes.
That remains to be seen.
Inherently.
I mean,
Also remains to be seen.
Yeah. I mean, you got a kind of a Chevy Chase vibe going on right now, so.
Oof.
But what I'll tell you guys, and this stays between us, I think the camera behind this.
Wouldn't me somehow.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least. It fits their MO.
It's one of the prevailing theories.
I think I can't prove it, but I think they're hoping to draw the attention of the Second Inquisition.
That's my theory, at least. That or it's a new player in town that nobody's aware of.
That's possible, too. Of course, wherever Damien is, misery follows.
So how long have you known him?
40 years.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Goes back to my cam days.
I hesitated to ask, but he's not an ex, is he?
No.
Oh,
God,
thank
no.
I merely wanted to know where everybody stood, that's all.
He's a right douchebag.
Yeah, he is. He's a real motherfucker.
He is.
Such a piece of shit.
Tell me about it.
Oh, you... How do you know him?
Know him so well?
I just do.
Mm-hmm. Well... There's not much else for you guys to do tonight. They're still doing that soiree. It's... You mean... Place is open till 3 in the morning.
I was thinking about heading back to my place to map out the locations of the bodies so that I could get a better feel for if there is a pattern at all.
Well... Just in case Second Inquisition does already have people out here, probably be best for us to try to, I don't know, maybe seem a little bit more human.
I did want to ask, are there any of the gang members with whom I am familiar with that I might be able to talk to about?
Huh? We're still in the gun shop.
No, I know, but like that I would have like contacts with my phone, text.
I mean, the
Or
only
anything.
person in your phone right now is Lydia.
Okay.
That and the unknown call, which was new phone, who dis?
Okay.
By the way, it's fucking brilliant. I love it. But yeah, so if the Second Inquisition does already have spies around here, it'd be best so our investigation isn't hindered if we play human before retiring
agree.
for the evening.
Please tell me we're not going back for karaoke.
Oh, no. God,
Thank
no.
you.
You think I want to go? Do you think I'd willingly go to a place full of fucking cam?
Thank you.
Nor would I,
So what I'm imagining
especially
you're
with the blood
suggesting
hunts up north.
is if we're going to act human, I assume that includes food. Like human food.
Yeah.
I'm
Works
game.
for me.
How does everybody feel about waffles?
Ooh.
I am not the
Not my
slightest bit
favorite,
hungry.
but bacon does sound nice.
Fair.
Fine by me. As long as I don't have to pay.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm inviting you guys out.
Bethany, how do you feel about this?
The smell won't put me off, but I won't be having any.
Certainly the oddest date I've ever been on.
I've been on Stranger Ones, kid. Believe me.
Ooh, tell me.
Same here.
Maybe one night.
Oh.
There's actually a spot not that far up the road. I mean, we could just walk it or and have driver take us.
Let's see here.
Walking
5
sounds
people
fine.
and a wolf walking down.
Hey, walking
the
sounds good to
sidewalk.
me.
I don't relish getting back in that vehicle.
Nor do I.
Fine, walking it is.
So as the newly formed Coterie and Lydia leave,
Is the car still going to be around?
Yeah.
Okay, Bron's going to stash his rifle in the car. Because long guns are like against open carry gun laws in Tennessee. I've checked.
Yeah, they are.
And if you're trying to
Good
appear
call.
more human, walking down the street with a bayoneted rifle is not the best idea.
Oh, he took the
It's still not
knife
good.
off. Yeah, no, but I'm saying he does have the knife. Like, what kind of knife
Also,
is it?
Percy would like.
For the record. No, it's a knife. He said it was a knife. I did clarify that.
Yeah,
That's not a knife.
it's
This is a
basically an
knife.
M9 bayonet.
It's basically a what?
An M9 bayonet.
If it affixes to a rifle, it is officially a bayonet.
Yeah.
Google time.
Yup. Mood. All right. Did I get a sheath with it?
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it is sheathed
I
and
just-
in one of his cargo pant pockets.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I see it.
That is an M9
But
bayonet.
the gun is in the car
Yes,
because
it is in the car.
I don't fancy
Yeah,
getting arrested. Thanks.
That's fair.
I wonder, are handguns?
I have no clue what I'm gonna do
open carry
yet.
in
I don't
Tennessee?
fancy
They are
getting
open
carry,
carry.
and
Cool.
apparently you also don't need a concealed carry license.
No.
Well then.
Yeah, permits are shall issue.
So, Percy's going to ask about a hip holster. Something that won't ride.
Before everybody leaves, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet Smithy can't wait to be like through with you.
Oh,
for
I'm
the record, by
sure.
the way, all that also applies to knives, just for reference.
But with the balisong, it's very easy to kind of conceal. So
Oh yeah, but concealed carry doesn't require a license; can be carried open or concealed.
so as you walk up to the counter and ask for your holster, Smithy's polishing a Desert Eagle.
That's not very nice, Smithy.
What about it's not nice?
I think he's calling you a tease.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, perhaps I am.
Fair enough. You got a hip holster that won't ride up for the judge?
Yeah, I do. I do. He goes, he gets his holster, he kind of puts it down on the counter. There you go. Clip onto your belt. Should be good to go.
Sounds good.
Anybody else need anything?
Do you have a holster for me?
What are you fancying?
Something pretty.
Shoulder rig, inner pants.
Oh no, not inner. You can't walk with those.
You'd be surprised.
Do you want to watch me walk like a duck?
Again, you'd be surprised.
Well, I don't have anything with Swarovski crystals on it or nothing, but
Oh, that's fine.
all right. Polymer or leather?
Leather?
Right. Gets a like kind of like an underslung shoulder holster
Mm-hmm.
for your pistol.
Thank you.
Well, I figured
Sounds
that
like-
something that would clip onto a belt or something like that really wouldn't work for you, so
Not really, no. Gives me an excuse to buy a new jacket.
So now that everybody's got their stuff,
hmm
is everybody ready to leave the gun shop?
Yeah, unless he's got
Yes.
something that makes this look like not a gun,
As
Violin
long as
carries.
I have
right?
45 long Colt ammo and potentially a single speed loader, I'm good
God.
to go.
Come back on your own time, mister. Jeez.
Smithy just kind of stares at him and slides one box of 45 long Colt.
Like I said, if I can. But I'll take the long Colt at the least.
And he just keeps staring.
Bethany
Percy will sit and stare at him too for a minute.
tucks the knife into her purse after closing it.
There's that awkward moment between the two of them. It's like, are they going to fight or are they going to kiss? Like, that's the anger look that they're giving each other.
No key.
I don't have any speed loaders for a 45 long Colt.
Fair enough. And Percy will walk out.
Thank you. You've been a dear.
I totally had speed loaders for 45 long Colt.
Well played, as Bethany.
Would you mind giving it to me so I could give it to him later? Please?
Fine. Here you go.
Thank you. So sweet. Blows him a kiss and walks.
So now that they've all exited the gun shop, Lydia's kind of like, what took you guys so fucking long?
Nothing.
I had to get the ammo that I wanted for the judge.
He was
Oh,
busy
here's the speed
flirting with
loader
the
you
gun
wanted
shop
to.
owner and-
Did you have an awkward staring contest with him? Because he does that from time to time.
Yeah, I did.
Did you look away or?
When he told me he didn't have what I wanted, yeah.
Yeah, means you
So
lost.
basically, he established dominance.
Yeah.
I don't care. He didn't have what I needed, so
Actually, he did. He was just being. Do
not surprising.
you want it?
It'd be nice.
Here you go.
Percy will take it.
So, food?
Yourself something nice, but
That was sadly anticlimactic.
So they start walking. Lydia starts walking towards the restaurant. It's a few blocks up.
yeah. So the gun is in the car, and I mean this is going to be a food establishment, so Devin is going to stay in the car too.
Gonna guard the gun. Gotcha.
Yeah, Devin is guarding the gun.
Dylan's gonna learn how to use the rifle next.
I mean, he's probably got a better chance of being able to carry it without getting arrested anyway, because no one's gonna
Just strap the
no one's
gun to
gonna
the
try and
wheel.
take a gun from a wolf. they'll be too confused.
I should have given him a little bandolier or something.
God.
For too late.
Braun's gonna end up burying the gun.
So now that you guys are better armed than you probably should be,
Some of us.
We
all
have
of you.
knives.
Well, I mean, those that didn't take the guns. I mean, maybe you're better with knives. Who knows?
Well, I've literally never held a gun before, so I must, by that logic, be better with a knife, since I have.
Fair. I mean, plus a gun will probably do just about dick to a vampire if they get in your way. So, knife on
Better
the
than
other
nothing.
hand, that'll leave a hurting. So the gun will kind of be a hindrance in most cases. Except for shotguns. Those hurt like a motherfucker.
Did you know they make 410 beanbag shells?
Yes, I do.
Gets the idea, goes back to bother Smithy some more.
Wait, goddamn, we got the tear gas rounds instead. 410 taser rounds. Less than lethal my ass. So as you guys kind of walk and just joke around, that kind of stuff, you know, you come across.
We're not there yet.
Huh?
I said we're not there yet.
Oh, joking around yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, Lydia's joking around because that's the kind of
That's
person
fair.
she is. With her,
Percy joins in on the jokes.
Bethany's being generally pleasant and genial, but not really joking.
well, I mean,
Totally joking around with her.
Politely laughing.
I mean,
yeah.
at the same time, a group being led by a girl in 6-inch platforms is like, it's kind of ridiculous looking.
Percy's in a very humorous mood seeing this. Hence why he's joining in on the joking.
Ron's probably just quietly following. He doesn't do social stuff very well.
So, Braun,
Great. Yep.
what do you mean great? You know, of all your compatriots, you, of all people, know our struggle. You know, you and your clan, well, your clan, much like mine, left the Camarilla for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can trust you. Can't say the same about Toreador, Ventrue, especially Ventrue.
I'm right here, Lydia.
And yet here we all are.
I mean, the thing is, Toreadors, they have their place, you know, they're good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Ventrues, they just want power, usually.
Usually.
I don't know why.
I just wanted to live whatever semblance of a life I could, which is why I'm Anarch. With Camarilla staring me down, that wasn't happening.
I get that. I really do. I also get why you don't go more north. Because you'd be openly hunted.
I would. That's why my humble abode is on the south side.
Mm-hmm. But the real question is how well protected are you?
As well as any Anarch.
You see, some of us are better protected than others. And I don't mean by weapons. I mean, we're able to blend better.
Oh, I'm aware.
I don't ever understand a clan that's whole purpose is to try to run things so nobody else has to, joining a group that's all about we're all equal. It boggles my mind.
For me personally, I don't like to be controlled by anyone. I don't want to control anyone.
I mean, it's to me, it's in the same vein as saying that the Lasombra would join the Camarilla. I mean, it's just unheard of.
Apparently, there have been attempts.
Fucking what?
According to the lady at the church.
Charlotte Weber. She has a name.
She said that the Lasombra have apparently been approaching some of the Camarilla.
Lydia stops dead in her tracks. This is not fucking good. This is really, really not good.
How many levels of good is this?
How many levels of not good is this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like giving the city back to the Sabbat. Levels of good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charlotte did say that nobody that she knows has seen or heard of a Lasombra in the city.
But still, it's just if there's conversations about the Lasombra and the Cam, that's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough the Cam now have the Banu Hakim.
I'll agree with that.
Which is another thing that boggles my mind, because Tremere leveled a curse on them, and so on and so forth, or so I've been told. And now they're with the Camarilla? And now the Lasombra?
Yeah.
What's fucking next? Is Amitia going to be Cam?
Oh god, I hope not.
The Ravenos? The Giovanni? Let me guess, the fucking Cam's going to be led up by the Bali. This is some bullshit. Though the Bali leading the Cam is probably no different than what it's being led by right now, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, they do have those usurpers there already. I'm going to have to talk to some contacts and find out if there's any truth to this.
By all means.
And I'm also... Somebody should be coming into town in a couple weeks, and you're really going to need to talk to him.
Okay.
He's... Have any of you guys dealt with a Malkavian before?
Oh no.
Oh, bloody hell.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well...
I've not had personal dealings, but I've heard so much about them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them that are just, like, very... Oh my god, I'm wacky and crazy, look at me! But then there's some that are a little bit more subdued. He's one of them, thankfully, but... Very insightful. But... Just... Yeah, just... When you meet him, just don't stare. Just don't stare at him.
Noted.
I'll try.
It's probably the best for everybody, not to stare at him. Especially don't stare at him at his face.
So treat him like a Nostradamus.
That's gonna be a bit of a problem, I think.
So where do you want us to look? Chest?
I mean, just anywhere. I mean, just don't stare at his face. He gets very.
I tend to make eye contact when somebody's speaking with me.
Try looking above this head?
I'm going to, if you cannot avoid making eye contact, then I'm definitely going to recommend investing in a pair of nice glasses. Nice pair of sunglasses to wear. So he can't see.
That I think I can do.
Yeah, so he doesn't realize you're staring right into his face. Because he gets a little touchy about that.
I think I can manage the shades.
Okay, good.
Sorry, Southern raised. It's kind of a thing that stuck with me even after being embraced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he likes to... His haven is a boat, and he just kind of goes up and down the waterways, and every few weeks he docks in Nashville and spends like a week there, and then he's gone again. So So he should be back in like another couple weeks, but he's for a Malk, he's not horrible.
Well, that's a positive to hear.
But I swear, if I was actually able to eat and enjoy food, I would have lost my appetite when you mentioned the Lasombra. I would have.
Sorry about that, but it sounded like you didn't know from what you had said.
No, I didn't know. It's just that's something that we have to worry about, because as I've said, I've watched many fall to the Sabbat.
Yeah.
And most of them fell to either a Lasombra or a Tzimisce. And the Lasombra were the worst of them. At least with the Tzimisce, I knew that they were going to warp and twist their bodies. This Lasombra. And she kind of shivers with like she has like a chill running up her spine.
Yeah.
But waffles. Let's waffle things. Waffles.
What?
Right.
So she continues walking, hoping everybody's following her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please following along.
She stops in front of the Waffle House and holds the door for each of them as they enter.
Thank you.
They get some, the Waffle House is pretty empty at this time of night. Most of their business is done early mornings or late at nights, and by late at nights I mean usually when the bar's lit up. So it's not too bad right now. They enter, they take a seat at a booth, wait for the waitress to come over, and just kind of wait, looking over their menus. Should I have?
Oh, it's the toughest question.
Yeah. Evelyn, what do you think you're gonna go?
Oh, I think the All-Star Special is pretty good to me. Do you want to
Yeah.
split a waffle? I think it's just too much for me.
I mean, well, if you're getting the All-Star Special, it comes with the waffle.
That looks about as big as my head. Do you want to split it?
Worried about?
If
Not that you're gonna gain any weight from it. It's not gonna.
also fair.
Percy sets his menu down. He knows what he wants.
The waitress comes around. Finally. How you doing, sweeties? Can I get you anything to drink? You need some more time with the menus?
Could I have some of the iced tea, please?
What do you want it? Just a sweet tea, or do you want it with lemon as well?
Just the sweet tea.
All right.
Sweet tea for me as well.
You're having sweet tea as well? All right. How about you?
Everybody-
How about you, tall, dark, and brooding?
No, you're not talking to Bran.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you.
white. How's he dark? Okay.
All dark and brooding.
Probably the dirt on your face. Let's be honest.
No,
And dark
probably.
is also a matter of attitude. Sometimes
No.
you know, dark
Fair.
expression.
The hot tea.
All right. And you, miss?
I'm on a diet and I simply can't indulge. I'm just here with friends. But thank you.
Okay. And you miss? Hot tea. I'll have a hot tea as well. Okay. You guys need a few more minutes to decide, or?
I don't know about the rest of them, but I know what I'd like to have.
I'll give you all a few more minutes and come by with your drinks.
Thank you.
Good.
Great.
You're not even gonna sit there with the water in front of you? Wow, that's suspicious.
What is it with Americans and always having to have something to eat or drink with them at all times? I've never understood that.
It's called blending in with the cattle.
Put oyster in the water too.
Not all that weird.
Honestly, even when I would partake, I didn't have to have something at all times. Sometimes I just wasn't hungry or thirsty. It's a foreign concept here, but where I come from, it's perfectly normal.
Wouldn't exactly call it foreign.
I mean, it's just one of the things I enjoy the most about this is I can have whatever the fuck I want and not gain any weight. It's terrific. I mean, of course, I gotta expel it later on, but I can kind of indulge. Stuff
Kind
I'm-
of.
Oh, there's no kind of about it.
Kind of what?
You said kind of indulge.
Well, if I was able to enjoy the food, then I'd be able to truly
Okay.
indulge.
Thankfully, I do not have that problem.
So, Percy, what are you getting?
I'm gonna get the steak and eggs with grits.
Mm-hmm. See, I was thinking about getting the T-bone rare.
Something blending in with the something.
Plenty of people like their meat rare.
Really, I'd love to meet one of them.
Well, apparently you just did.
Ugh.
Thinking maybe T-bone rare, side salad, maybe one of those hash brown bowls. Does sound good. And you're not having anything because I can't have anything in front of me because I'm trying not to blend in with everybody.
Even when, okay, food has never been anything but fuel. Honestly, it never was important to me. It's one of the things I don't miss.
Fair.
I do miss good Welsh cakes. It was even before. So
And what were you having, Braun?
steak and eggs.
Okay.
Only with tomatoes instead of grits.
I mean, if you want, you could probably substitute something for chili because it's got beans in it. It'd be like the same thing as like an English breakfast. guess.
Chili is not the same. Also, Wales, no. English breakfast. We mostly had Welsh cakes. I just want to say
Is that like a pancake or something, or
similar.
I have to try those sometime.
Closer to a biscuit.
Like a British biscuit or like a cookie biscuit?
It's like if a British biscuit and the American pancake had a.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious, and I wish I could eat that in my face right now. But I can't.
It's got currants in it too, so.
Ooh.
Fair.
Sadly, something we don't have over here.
The waitress comes back over with
Most
everybody's
drinks,
drinks. Y'all ready to order now?
I think so.
Thanks.
Yeah, Bran gives an.
Right. And what she does is she puts her hand on Percy's shoulder. What can I get you, sweetie?
Yeah, I'll have the steak and eggs with grits.
Right. How do you want that steak?
Medium rare, please.
Mid rare. All right. And for you, tall, dark, and brooding.
Also have the steak and eggs with tomatoes.
All right. So you wanted the tomatoes replacing the grits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how'd you want that steak?
Medium rare.
All right. And you're still all right over there?
Still not indulging and not hungry or thirsty, but thank you. I appreciate your concern.
All right. What can I get you?
Me?
Yes.
The all-star special. Eggs over medium.
All right. Sounds good. And for you, what can I get you? I'm gonna have the T-bone. Rare. Side salad it comes with no dressing on that. Actually, you know what? Let me do you have oil and vinegar? We'll just do that. And then let me get one of those the cheesesteak melt hash brown bowl because that sounds delicious. All right. Yeah, and that'll be it. Thanks. So the waitress goes off. It's now it's that awkward time while everybody's waiting for food to show up.
About 30 seconds after the waitress leaves, Bethany goes, for the record, I actually am the head of my own church, and fasting has always been one of the tenets, so this is really nothing new for me.
Church you created. They fast. How novel.
Did we get our drinks?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
You brought the drinks and then took your order.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the
drink bit.
The drink bit.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna assume it's probably Lipton.
Yeah, it's Lipton.
Braun's gonna make a face at the tea bag.
Percy makes a face at the entire glass.
Yeah, tag, but he's gonna go ahead and because usually what they do is they have that little metal teapot
mm-hmm.
and in the cup.
Mm-hmm.
At most Waffle Houses that I've been to. So he is gonna go ahead and pour himself a cup, despite the fact that it's not the best cuppa.
Can you pour mine too while you're at it?
Percy's still disdainfully drinking
can't?
sweet tea.
You should have your. You should have your.
Oh,
Hi.
I do. I just wanted to see if you would do that for me. And she kind of just bats her
No.
eyes at Bran.
He's just gonna give her a look and start sipping his own tea. Like,
Don't do it yourself.
it doesn't have like the Chinese tea ceremony or anything that he.
So Lydia now frowns a little bit and pours her own tea.
Lydia was flirting with Bran,
Oh,
and Bran just straight up shot her down hard.
Clearly, I'm the one making things awkward.
sure about that?
I don't think so.
I mean, we can order you a water when she comes by if you want to make it less awkward.
That was awkward enough for anything I could have done. So,
Or another teacup.
honestly, again, there is nothing I found locally that could even come close to what actual tea is supposed to taste like. So,
That's fair.
I mean, there's PG tips in the supermarket, so I've heard. So,
I'm sorry, Discord dropped. I did not hear what that said after PJ tips in the supermarket. It broke up. I didn't hear what got said.
that's the kind of tea you have over there, right?
That I don't know.
if I'm going to be completely honest, I've had people do things like that for me for quite some time. I haven't been in a supermarket in a good long time. Again, food
I thought
purchase.
Ventru were pretentious.
Food
I mean, there's
is never that
pretentious
important.
Ventru, and then there's tea snobs.
Oh, shit.
There's
enough.
then true, and then there's the colonizers.
Yeah.
Let's put it in terms you can understand. If someone gave you a patty made of chopped rat meat, would you accept that as a T-bone? No.
Mm.
I would say, pass some salt for my rat.
Oh.
I'm joking. That'd be gross.
Exactly.
Percy's gonna get thoughtful for a second and then just keep quiet.
That's a first for the.
Not wrong.
Notice
Wouldn't
I
be the
said that,
first,
not
Brody.
Braun.
Yeah.
So there's something I have to kind of get off my.
Oh?
Evelyn, can you and I just speak privately for a minute? Maybe go to the washroom or whatever private place this dive has.
If you think that's private enough after you.
All right. So Lydia gets up and starts heading for the ladies' room.
So I'll follow.
As they're both in the ladies' room, Lydia just kind of gives her like a dead glare.
What?
I don't know why he recommended you.
Who?
Damien.
For He's gonna cross their arms and look at her. Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
How so?
Well, when I said I needed assistance with this, before anything else, he said, I know the perfect person. Evelyn Bardot. And I go, the girl that just opened the gallery? And he goes, yes, her. So, I you don't seem the type to associate with him.
With the Camarilla?
With Damien in general.
Mm. Sure.
It's just...
You want to know how I know you?
Yes. How the fuck do you know him?
Vamp Daddy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mm.
God. That's the worst VD you could ever have.
Tell me about it.
I take it that he's the one that set you up with the gallery and all that?
Mm-hmm.
He's also the reason why you're out here in Nashville. What did you do to piss him off?
Nothing.
You had to do something.
As far as I know, I didn't do anything.
The only reason why I say that is because I've seen his child before. And he usually keeps them close until he grows tired of them.
So I've heard.
So I don't see him... I don't see how he could get tired of you. Like, you're... How long have you been
really
impressed?
don't think... Oh, what's the month we're in now?
December?
See. About 8 months now.
Usually it takes him about a good 2 years before he grows tired of his child.
Good to know.
So you must have done something.
What, you don't think I annoy him every day that I can?
You have a dog.
How'd you know?
He fucking hates dogs, especially adorable ones.
Oh, that explains everything. No, I do. I have this corgi that I had before.
Corgis are adorable.
They are so cute.
They're like little,
Mine is very adorable.
They're like little furry derpy potatoes.
Arr! Badoo.
I just really hope that doesn't cause any issues down the line, because personally I think that you're better suited for us here in the Anarchs than whatever game he's trying to play.
It's looking that more nasty.
Because if he recommended you, then there's definitely going to be issues down the line.
Potentially.
Him wanting to him trying to muscle in, cause issues.
Also not surprising.
Now that I know something about you, Let me tell you something about me.
Go on.
Not from here. That's not a surprise.
So, what is the
There's
surprising bit?
Holmes San Fran.
Oh. You're a long ways then.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not your vamp tattoo, is he? Wait, no, he couldn't be.
No. I'm Bruja. I have Bruja
That's right.
blood.
I forgot. Forgive me.
No, it's fine. But he did kind of undermine San Fran. And is one
Who,
of the
Damien?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yeah. He's one of the reasons why San Fran's a cam city.
That puts a new light on things? Huh.
That's why him recommending you was very much a surprise.
Fair. I mean, if it's going to be a problem that I'm part of this, I can somehow get my way out of it.
No. I think it'd be for the best to keep you in.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
If there's anybody that it'd probably be the best to have on my side right now is somebody that, well, he may have a soft spot for still.
Maybe. That remains to be seen.
Food should be out already, so let's get back to the table.
After you.
So Lydia walks out of the bathroom and kind of fluffs her hair a little bit as goes back to the table to sit down.
I follow, of course.
Food's already on the table. Of course, my steak, which is supposed to be rare, is mid-rare. Fine. Deal with it.
Bran's already started eating. Like as soon as the food was there, he started eating. Did not bother to wait.
Perfectly fine.
0 fucks given. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Percy waited like a gentleman.
Sure, Bethany waved.
That he didn't have
Of course.
food.
And thus, she didn't start before people got back. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Very, very, very nice.
Like
Did
the
I-
good little Christian that Percy was raised as, he clasps his hands together and very quickly just puts his head down
I'm just going to
for a few seconds. Not actually thinking any prayer or anything, he just does that out of habit.
So, is your food blessed yet? Or...
Because that's how he was raised. And then he lifts his head, and that's it.
So, can we start eating now, or are you done?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
good.
ahead.
Bethany
Thank you.
leans over the table and goes, "God bless you."
Percy's left eye twitches, almost imperceptibly, but it twitches.
So what did I miss while I was gone?
Percy just
Okay.
like, blessed his food and
Oh no, I was here for that. I'm talking about
Okay.
when you and I were having
Oh,
our
that,
little
okay.
discussion. Yeah.
got it. I didn't know you were in character.
Well,
Stop making me drink alcohol.
Shots.
Sorry, the
this one over
microphone's
here
over
is
by my
almost.
shoulder.
This one here is almost as ravenous as the one we left in the vehicle.
Lydia looks at her steak and is just like, I'm just gonna take this steak to go. Because, I mean, I guess I can give it to Darwin. That's the name?
Darwin.
Same thing. Same difference.
No, not no.
Yes.
In short, he's not going to learn it. This is the best you're going to get.
She, yeah, Lydia.
She.
Yeah. Lydia, yeah.
Got it.
So, yeah. So I'll give the steak to... this hash brown bowl is delicious, though. Oh my god, it is amazing.
And...
But as Lydia scarfs down the food, just kind of looks over at everybody at the table. We have some good nights ahead of us. We'll figure this out one way or another.
Agreed.
Just kind of nod while I'm eating my bacon.
And believe me when I say this. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that this stays a free state.
Percy is eating as pretentiously as vampirely possible.
As unhumanly possible.
So he's eating like a Ventru, gotcha.
Yes.
We can accomplish anything we put our collective wills to.
What was that?
We can accomplish anything we put our collective wills to.
Oh, of course. Of course. And that is going to be episode 1. Nashville by Night.
Yay!
Coterie the Wounds. We've met our Coterie. Spent time with them. We've armed them. And they've learned what's been going on in Nashville. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in to this, whether it's on Twitch when we're recording this live, the YouTube archive, or of course on the podcast, which there will be a podcast version of this. It'll be posted on twitter.com/precipicepodnet when that becomes available. Once again, thank you all. May you all have an amazing, great evening. Until next time, though, everybody have a great one and good evening.